Gurubhyo Namaha. From verse number 13. Drishtva tu Devi kupitam brugudi karala. That Karalam, you have to do it. Drishtva tu Devi kupitam brugudi karalam. Udyajja shanka sadrushaccha viyanna sadhyaha. Pranan mumocha mahishastadadiva chitram. Kairjivyatehi hi kupitantaka darshanena. Devi prasida parama bhavati bhavaya. Sadhyo vinashayasi kopavati kulani. Vinyatametadadunaiva yadastametan. Nitam balam suvipulam mahishasurasya. Te sammata janapadeshu dhanani tesham. Tesham yashamsi nacha sidhati dharma vargaha. Danyastadhevi nibrudatmaja bhrudyadara. Yesham sadabhyudayada bhavadi prasanna. Dharmyani devi sakalani sadaiva karman. Yadyatradah pratidinam sukruti karoti. Swargam prayadi jatadho bhavadi prasadat. Lokatrayepi faladananu devi tena. Durge smrta harasi bhitimasesha janto. Swastai smrtha matimativa shubham dadasi. Dharidrya dukkha bhayaharini katvadanya. Sarvopakara karanaya sadardra chitta. Ye birhadai jagatu paiti sukham tataite. Kurvantu nama narakaya chiraya papam. Sangrama mrityum adigamya divam prayantu. Matveti nuna mahitan vinihamsi devi. Drishtva kim na bhavati prakaroti basma. Sarvasura narishu yat prahinoshi shastram. Lokan prayantu ripavopi hi shastraputa. Ittam madhir bhavati teshvapi tedi sadvi. Khadga prabhani gara visfuranaistathoghraih. Shulagrakanti nivahena drusho suranam. Yannagada vilayamam shumadindu ganda. Yogyananam tava vilokayatam tatetat. Durvritta vritta shamanam tava devi shilam. Rupam tadaidada vichintya matulya manyaihi. Viryam jahantu hrudadeva parakramanam. Vairishvabi prakatitaiva dhayatvayetam. Kenopama bhavadu tesya parakramasya. Rupam cha shatru bhayakaryati hari kutra. Chitte kripa samara nishturata cha dushta. Tvayeva devi varade bhuvanatrayepi. Trailokyamedadagilam ripunashanena. Tratam tvaya samaramurdhani tepi hatva. Nita divam ripugana bhayamapyapastam. Asmagamunmadasurari bhavam namaste. Looking at Ambal's beautiful face, how Mahisha was able to strike her. That is, they say it is a wonder. It was such a beautiful face, and it is a moon-like beautiful face, no? Bimban Purna Chandra. Ishat Sahasamalam Paripurna Chandra Bimbanakari Kanakottama Kanti. That kind of a beautiful face with pure golden splendor, how Mahishasura was able to strike. Really wonder that. Thus, the tone continues. Drishtva tu te Devi. Now, from Devi's beautiful face, how Mahishasura was able to strike. From Mahishasura's point of view now. Her point of view is over. Now, from Mahishasura's point of view, Drishtva tu Devi Kupitham Bruguti Karana. All kind of words, all kind of adjectives to use how frowning she was. Kupitham is also angry. Brukuti is frowning. Karala is frightful. Terrible, okay? Like, they have used all the adjectives to show how angry she was. Drishtva tu te Devi Kupitham Bruguti Karala. Looking at the face, at her face which is angry, frowning and terrible, frightful. Udhyacha Shankha Sadrusachavi Yanna Satya. Udhyat means rising moon. Udhyacha Shankha, rising moon. Sadrusachavi, similar to that kind of red face. The moon is like, slightly orange in color when it is the rising moon, they say. It is not the rising sun, because they have compared the previous verse, Purna Chandra. So they are continuing with the Chandra, continuing to compare the face with Chandra, the moon. So, Udhyacha Shankha. So, how the red face of red moon, like red moon, when it is rising, the rising moon is which is red in color, but this moon is not cool. This is frowning and angry. Chaviyanna Sadhya, Chaviyanna. Her face is equal. Chavi means splendor again, the splendor of the rising moon. Her face is shining like the splendor of the. This is actually like, her rajasic aspect, red color, the angry, frowning, all those things are her rajasic character. So, Udhyachat Shankha Sadrushat. Sadrushat means similar, like a rising moon. Chaviyanna, the splendor is like the rising moon, her splendor. Though she is angry, she is frowning, frightful, everything, but still it is like us. Her face is red. It is not like moon like white. Sadhya, why at that instant, Prana Mumocha Mahishas Thadideva Chitram. I'm looking at that scene where her face is red, frowning and frightful. Prana Mumocha, how Mahisha's Prana didn't depart. Why he didn't die at that instant? Mumocha, Prana Mumocha. Why he didn't leave him? Why he did not die immediately? That is what, why the Prana did not leave means why he didn't die. Prana Mumocha Mahishas Adhiva Chitram. This is looking at her is in that kind of an anger is an exceptional scene. That is not something, because normally someone who is always compassionate and loving, the extreme of her takes her to be frowning and angry, frightful. That is not her nature. Her nature is only a motherly nature. So how that kind of a scene, that kind of a picture, Mahishasura, why his life didn't leave him immediately? Sadhyaha. Kair jivyatehi kupita antaka darshan. Kupita, angry, antaka is death. Yaman is called antaka. So kair jivyate, how one can be alive looking at the enraged face of death? Darshanena. Kupitantaka darshanena. Kair jivyatehi kupitantaka darshan. How one can still be alive? Kair jivyate. How can one still be alive after having the darshan of that enraged death, enraged face of death? So Mahisha must be really strong person. So it is stranger to see that, like, this is from Mahisha's point of view. From that, Devi's point of view is the 12th one we saw. 13th one is from Mahisha's point of view, how he is still alive. How he was still alive after looking at the frowning face of Ambai. Devi prasida parama bhavati bhavaya. The two, Devi prasida parama. Parama means she is supreme. Prasida parama bhavati bhavaya. She is, bhavaya is the creation. Bhavati bhavaya is being gracious to the entire creation. Normally, when Devi is in the in her form, she is always protecting the entire creation. She is considerate towards everyone. Sadhyo vinashayasi kopavati kulani. But at the other end, when she gets angry, she can just dispatch in multitudes. Kulani. Kopavati kulani. She can destroy the entire host of enemies in one go. At an instant, sadhyo vinasayasi. At an instant, she can destroy the entire multitudes of enemies in one go. One side, she is the gracious one who is protecting everything in the creation. The other side of the coin of hers is, when she gets angry, she can that way destroy in multitudes, not in single. Vinyathamedat tadunaiva yadasthamedam. Vinyanam, I told you that how it is split. Vinyatham etat adhunaiva yad astham yena. Etan. Etana. Vinyatham etat adhunaiva yad astham etan. It is, the whole thing is split like this. Vinyata meda dadunaiva yadastha meda. We understood how it can be, how she can destroy everyone in one go. Vinyata, understood now, at this moment. Suvi Pulam, right? Adhunaiva means right at this moment. Adhunaiva vinyana vinyathamedhat adhunaiva. We understood how she can destroy in multitudes at an instant. That is important. Sadhyo vinashayasi. So we understood right now at this moment, astam, you, when you, yetana means end. End. That is etana balam. Brought Suvipulam Mahishasurasya. Mahisha's great valor, her great strength, how you brought to an end at an instant. So, one side you are gracious to the entire creation, and when angry you can kill in multitudes. We realized how this happened. Vinyatameta. Adhunaiva, at this moment when you brought an end to Mahishasura Suvipulam, he's not ordinary strength, it is an extraordinary strength of Mahisha. You brought it in no time, you brought an end to that in no time. We witnessed it at this moment. So we realized it at this moment. Vignyatam, that we understood at this moment, Adhunaiva. Yadasthametan, how you brought an end to Mahisha's incredible strength. Suvipulam Mahishasuras. Balam Suvipulam. His Neetam means brought. Etana is brought, that is end, bringing an end to his Balam, it is strength. Suvipulam is extraordinary, very great. So at one side you can be gracious, and when you get angry you can be destructive as you can destroy everything in a flash of moment. Te sammata janabadeshu. See, we have to understand how this two aspects of hers is now explained in this. First, how Mahisha is unreasonable. And then the second is how she is like, how he was able to face her in spite of she can bring him down in a moment's time. And now they are saying the positive things of te sammata janabadeshu dhanani tesham yasham sinacha sidhati dharma vargava. Sidhati means perish. Na sidhati, here na cha sidhati, so it doesn't perish. Te sammata means renowned people, renowned or celebrated, famous. Janapadeshu, honored people. How you are still blessing them so much, bounteous. Dhanani tesha, you give them more and more. You give those who are honored among people, respected among people, how you give them more bounteous, more than others, how you are bounteous more than others. Yashamsi nacha sidhati dharma vargaha. Their riches or glories or their adherence to dharma never comes down. It keeps growing because of your blessings. Their riches or their fame or their lenience towards dharma varga, their lenience towards the life, righteous acts, you can say dharma, or adhering to dharma, it never diminishes. It keeps growing. There is no limit to its growth. Danyastha eva nibrudatma, not only with dhanam, not only that, they have nibrudatmacha bhrutyadara. Nibrutta means humble, devoted. Nibrudatmacha, bhrutya means servants, attendants. Dhara means wife. So they are blessed with devoted attendants and wife. Yesham sadhapyu dayada. Dayada is here children or even extended family, kinsmen, relatives. Bhavati prasanna. So they are indeed blessed with not only dhanam and fame and dharma karyam, they are blessed with humble, devoted wife, children and attendants. And their relatives are conducive to them. So you give them everything. So now we come to the Mahisha's point. This is what is wonderful, how it is related to the present world. What is Mahisha's character? Mahisha's character is such doing harm to innocent people. Doing harm to innocent, helpless. That is what character of Mahisha. Now when you look at this, what happens in terrorism acts? You take terrorism. You take even genocide. We have witnessed so many in our lifetime. No, genocide. More than anything, deforestation. What the trees did for you. But they know they cannot protest back when you want to destroy them. So you just keep cutting on the trees. You are bringing some this is kind of there is a pralayam whenever there is equilibrium is disturbed. When equilibrium is disturbed in this prapancham, pralayam happens. If you are going to the pollution, whatever is the main sustenance of our lives here, air, water, everything it is polluted, it is because of us. So you can call the human race as the phase of Mahishasura. Mahishasura is the same. was attacking the defenseless. He was attacking the people who are helpless, innocent. What did the gods did? Nothing. They were minding their own business. If you take about every demons, no, we don't need to find God, find demons. We see human race here. No? So all these things, whatever we are doing now, the act of terrorism, the act of genocide, the deforestation, the polluting the air, we are doing so much harm to the factories by the riverside. They are just, when you see all our rivers are getting polluted in so many ways. We are doing harm to the nature which is giving us everything. It is because of that we are living. That is the basic sustenance of our life. So this human race and the atrocities that we do is nothing but the face of Mahishasura. We have to remember that, because we always even the thoughts. Now the kind of thoughts, when you see the movies, I really wonder how people can go to that extent and imagine terrorizing people, instilling that kind of a fear in others. No, that is. So when these things happen, we no longer see Devi's smiling face. Now we actually witness lot of floods, fire. Nature is now turning back. Because we have done so much of atrocities, it is now giving back time. For us it is taking back time, whatever we have done it. So she is no more smiling and gentle, and she is wrathful. These are all the ways these things are exhibited in this world now. How she is, when the Prakriti is agitated, the entire world comes out. She is the Prakriti, the Mula Prakriti. So everything, you can see her anger, her rajas so much. This is what is explained here. This is how it is related here to this what we are seeing now at present. But her kindness is such, she always gives redemption to the worst. There is redemption to the worst. That is what the next one talks about people who are dharmic, who are leading dharmic way of life, how she is giving them all the good things in life, and immediately followed by what happens to the wicked. Are they left behind? Are they left in lurch? No. There is a redemption she gives. She gives that hope. There is a hope for us to redeem ourselves at every point of time, and we miss the bus. No? Every time we miss it. That's what. Dharmyani Devi Sakalani Sadaiva Karmani. Dharmyani Devi Sakalani Sadaiva Karmani. So one Sadaiva Karmani Adhyadhrita Pradidinam Sukruti Karodi. Adhyadhrita Pradidinam Sukruti Karodi. So Sukruti means virtuous act, good acts. Dharmyani, the one who is virtuous will perform only virtuous act. So Dharmyani Devi Sakalani Karma. All the deeds, all the righteous deeds one performs. One with the virtuous mind performs all the right duties. Pratidinam Sukruti Adhyadhrita, with so much of respect. Even towards dharma, you have that kind of respect. With excessive respect, they perform every day. Pratidinam Sukruti, they perform virtuous act every day, dharmic act every day. Sukruti Karoti, the one who is performing like that. What you do is Swargam Prayati cha Thado Bhavati Prasada. What is your prasadam to them is the Swargam. You give them Swargam Prayati. You take them, you give them that Swargam, Swargam after death. Swargam, you take them to moksham, you give them moksham. Lokatrayebi falada nanu devi tena. For that reason, surely nobody in the three worlds can give you like that. The one who is leading dharmic way of life for sure gets moksha. You take them to moksha, and in the three worlds, lokatraya bifalada, in the three worlds, no one is the giver of awards surely like you. For sure. Nanu means surely, for sure. Tena, for that reason, because you give them the swargam for their meritorious deeds, in the three worlds there is no one like you who is sure to give the fruits of their action. Falada, fruits of their action, rewards. Durge smrita harasi bhithima sesha jantu. Durga here, Durga means distress, time of distress. When Durga is at the time of distress, when someone remembers you, Harasi Bhetima Sesha Jantu, you remove that fear from Asesha Jantu. Every creature, not leaving anyone, every creature, you remove that fear in distress. So Durge Smrita Harasi Bhetima Sesha Jantuho. Swasthai Sudha, Swasthai. Swasthai Smrita Mativa Shubham Tadasi. So in the troubled times, you remove the fear. When untroubled times, Swasti, contented. You are very happy times, not in the troubled times. Troubled times, you remove the fear. When untroubled, when contented, swasthai, smrita, that time when they remember, you confer ativa shubham dadasi. You confer more peace of mind to them. Ativa shubham dadati. Madhyam ativa shubham dadasi. Peace of mind, it is madhyam ativa shubham. So serenity and peace of mind is something that she gives when they remember very happily at the happy moment, contented. So many times we have to be grateful to what we have got. We have to be only grateful. There is no other emotion that should be involved in this, because we have got so many things. So we are, the very fact that we are still breathing and doing things itself is a big blessing. So that way we have to be ever grateful to the Almighty, like Daridrya Dukkha Bhaya Harini Katvadanya. Daridrya Dukkha. So she is the dispeller of poverty. Dukkha is sorrow, suffering. Bhaya, fear. All these three. So poverty, dukkha and fear. Bhaya Harini. You are the one who destroys these three. Twadhanya, who other than you? Katvadanya, who other than you? Sarvopakara Karanaya Sadhardra Chitta. Who other than you has the tender heart? Ardra Chitta. Ardra means always like, wet. Ardra means wet. Ardra means cool. Probably like, very kind heart, tender heart. So here we can say it is tender heart. Ardra means Ardra Chitta. Ardra is tender heart. Sarvopakara Karanaya. The intention is not only to few. Sarvopakara. For everyone. The intent of benevolence is for all. Not because you do something or you do not something. So Ardra Chitta, Avyaja Karunamurti, we have the name in Sahasranama. Avyaja Karunamurti. There's no, her Karunyam does not have, this is where slowly the redemption starts. You see, don't lose hope. However worse you are, don't lose hope. Still you have time to redeem yourself. This is what it is. She's Ardhar Sarvobakara. Then the first sentence they say is Sarvobakara Karanaya Ardhar Chitta. Sadardhar Chitta. Abhyaja Karunamurti. She is never her, that Karunyam in her heart is never less. It's never less. It is always more for her benevolence is towards all, not anyone singled out. Yebir hathai jagatu paiti sukham dataite. Ye he Yebir hathair jagatu paiti sukham dataite. When you kill the enemies, the world is very happy. The entire Yebir hathair, those who are considered to be the foes of humanity, enemies of the humanity, when you kill them, hathair jagatu paiti sukham, the entire world gets happiness. Sukham tataite. It gives happiness to them when you kill their foes. Kurvantu nama narakaya. Though they have done, they have committed enough papam, evil, to stay in the narakam for a long period of time. Kurvantu nama narakaya. Kurvantu means too much. Narakaya papam. Kurvantu nama narakaya papam. They have committed too much sins to stay in to get tormented in the hell for that long time. Even then, when you kill those kind of people, the world is very happy. They are the enemies of this humanity. So when you kill them, the world they have done papam that will make them stay in the narakam for that long time. Torture, torment. But one thing, if you see so, like for a Kshatriya, Sangrama Mrityu, the death in the battle takes them to heaven. That is there. Being a Kshatriya, that is the reward they get. The death in the battle takes them to heaven. Sangrama Mrityu Adhigamya Devam Prayantu. Adhigamya means they attain. Sangrama Mrityu Devam is heaven. Prayantu is they depart to heaven. Sangrama Mrityu, when they die in a battle. Sangrama Mrityu, what? Matvedi Nuna Mahitan Vinihamsi Dena. When you are striking down those enemies, you are not thinking bad for them. You are saying, may this soul reach the heaven. Your thought is such, you are not thinking bad for them. You are thinking, the Sangrama Mrityu, the one you strike down, Vinihamsi. When the one you struck down by you in the battlefield, Devam Prayanto, let him go to heaven. Let him go to heaven. Adhigamya. Let him go to heaven because he has died in the death in heaven, through death in battle with me. Matvedhi Nuna Mahitan Vinihamsi Devi. So, having battled with me, let him go to heaven. He has died. Let him go to heaven. Your thought is like that. So, Sangrama Mrityum Adhigamya Divam Prayantu Matvedhi Nuna Mahitan Vinihamsi. So, when she strikes the enemies, her thought is like, the one who has died, because he has battled with me, let him go to heaven. Devam Prayantu. This is where the redemption starts. Like, she doesn't leave both being good and bad emerges from her. Both of them, both the characters emerge from her. So she doesn't think bad about those who are really bad. She still feels good about them. That is where, there is always a hope of redemption even for the wicked. For the wicked also, she purifies them. That is the next line they say, she purifies them when her weapons strike them, touch them. They get purified when they are killed by the weapons from her hand. This is what the following verse is going to tell us. But there is hope of redemption for everyone, however wicked they are. She is not partial to only people who follow the Dharma. She is also gives that redemption. But way of giving is different. She gives them a lot of riches, contented life to lead on. For them, she gives them the death, so the wickedness ends in this Janma and they get they get blessed for the later Janmas. This is what the explanation comes, how the redemption, they introduced about redemption in this one. The next one, Drishtvaiva kimna bhavati prakaroti basma. Why you should have brought them to ashes just by your mere look. Kimna bhavati, why you didn't do it? Drishtvaiva kimna bhavati prakaroti basma. Why you didn't bring them to ashes by your mere look? You could have done it. You are that powerful. Sarva asura narishu yat praginoshi shastram. But when you kill them with your weapons, when your weapons touch them, even lokan prayanta ripavopihi shastrabhuta. Ripava is enemies. Shastrabhuta is purified by weapons. It's called Shastrabhuta. Lokan prayanta, they live for higher worlds when they get purified by your weapons. That is the reason you don't bring them to, they are not brought down to ashes by your looks, because you want to purify them with your weapons and then send them to higher worlds. Sarvasura drishtvaiva kimna bhavati prakaroti basma. Sarva asura narishu yat prahinoti shastram. You just assail everyone with your weapons. Lokan prayantu ripavopi. Even your enemies may attain higher worlds. Lokan prayantu shastram, after getting purified by your weapons. Ittam madhir bhavati te shvapi te sadvi. Ati sadvi. Sadvi means gracious. Ati sadvi means extremely gracious. Even your intentions, madhir bhavati, even your intentions are gracious towards enemies, not for your own people, but even towards enemies. Ati sadvi, because you are very gracious by nature. Ati sadvi. Itham, even towards them, your intentions are very gracious. Itham ati sadvi. So, Drishtvaiva kimna bhavati prakaroti basma sarva sura narishu yat prahinoshi shastram. Prahina means destroyed or slain, kill. Prahinoshi shastram. With your weapons you slay them. Lokan prayantu ripavopihi shastrabodha. So thus they get purified by your weapons. They depart to higher worlds. Prayantu, they travel to higher worlds because the enemies are purified by your weapons. Itham madhyar bhavati te shvapi te ti sadvi. Te ati sadvi. You are gracious even to Those kind of people, your intentions towards them is still more gracious. Madhir bhavati, your intentions, your sentiments towards them is still gracious. So we see, like, whether like you are virtuous or wicked, her compassion towards you is the same, whether you are a virtuous person or a wicked person. People should not opt for being wicked because her grace is going to be the same. But the way she deals with both of them are different. What the bounties she gives the virtuous person, she takes different kind of action towards the wicked, but end result is the same. Both of them go to the heaven because of her compassion. Khadga prabha nikara visfuranais tatho grai. Prabha nikara, the kind of the splendor or the shine, prabha nikara, the shine, khadga prabha nikara, the shine is so intense from her sword. Khadga means sword. So prabha nikara, her intense shine, visfurna, it is frightful. Ugraihi is sharp. Ugra is also like ferocious, but ugra here is sharp. Her sharp swords are frightening. The shine that is like, that itself is frightful. Visfurana, it is like, it makes you shiver. Her shine from the swords. Not only that, her shulam, shulagraganti nivahena drisho surana. Shulagraganti, that the shine that is come from the shulam, a spear point, it did not drisho surana, it did not blind the eyes of asuras. The light that the shine from the khadgam as well as the shulam did not blind the asuras. Drisho surana nivahena. Nivaha means decreasing, like nivaha drisham, nivaha drisham means like decreasing sight. It didn't blind them. That is nivahena drisho sura. Asura, they didn't get blinded by the shine from the khadgam and the shulam. Shulagra, the point of the shulam is shining because that is a shulagra means the point, the tip of the shulam is shining. Kanti nivahena drisho surana. So it didn't diminish the sight of the asuras. It didn't blind the asuras' eyes. Yannagada vilayamam shumadhindu kanda yoggyananam tava vilokayadam tateta. What you did, because if they look at those two things, they will get blinded. So for them not to be blinded, you made them look at you, which is like, which is your moon-like face. The moon, it has been, which is cool and still, which is cool. You are able to look at it. Vilokayatam, yoggyanam, you are, they are like, you made them perceive my yoggyananam tava vilokayatam tateta. Vilayam amsu indukanda. Vilayam amshumat, I told you, like, Vilayam amshumat. Amshumat means moon again. Vilayam amshumat indukanda, the splendor of the moon rays that is like coming from her face, which is equal to the cool moon rays. You made them behold to your moon-like face, so they don't get blinded by the shine of the sphere and the sword. So the intense light flashing from our weapons are so much, it was that much to blind people's eyes, like Asura's eyes. But her intention was not that. Instead, she wanted them to look at her face, which is God. Moon like, this is all like to tell her compassion, grace, that's all. Durvritta vritta shamanam tava devi sheelam. What is your nature? Tava devi sheelam. Sheelam means nature. Your virtue. It is only to subdue the misconduct of the wicked. Durvritta vritta shamanam. To subdue them. Shamanam means subduing. Durvritta vritta shamanam. The misconduct of the wicked. Durvritta vritta shamanam. So wicked. Durvritta means wicked. Vritta shamanam is the wickedness in. You bring down subdue the wickedness in the wicked people. It is your nature. Rupam tathaitat avichintya matulya manyehi. Atulya, avichintya. See, both are like the adjectives are avichintya means inconceivable. Atulya means incomparable. People cannot conceive your intentions because they cannot like equal your grace. Tathaiva rupam tathaitat avichintya matulya manehi. Your grace is something like which is inconceivable, incomparable. Your grace. Viryam chahantu hrutha devi parakramana. Your courage is something. Hrutha deva. Hrutadeva means who sees the power from the devas. Hrutadeva, the demon sees the power. No? So those who wrested power or sees the power of the devas, Hrutadeva parakramam. Parakramam means your valor or courage. Your rupam first. They are saying her rupam, which is her form that is inconceivable and incomparable. Atulya manyehi, and your grace is not comparable. Your rupam is you cannot perceive the rupam, inconceivable rupam, and your grace is something incomparable. And viryam, next the thing is your valor is some parakramam. It's especially in the battlefield. When you are fighting those who wrested power from the gods. Hrutha Deva. In the battlefield, when you want to destroy, while your might destroy, who have wrested power from the gods, Vairishvapi Prakatitaiva Daya. Even towards those very enemies, you showed only compassion. Vairishvapi, enemies, even towards them. Vairishvapi prakatitaiva. What you show, prakatitaiva, daya dayetat. So Ardra Chitta, they said, no, daya, you showed only compassion towards them in the battlefield. Even while your might was destroying those the enemies of gods who wrested power from Hrutha Deva Parakrama. Hantu means destroy. Hrutha Deva means the one who wrested power from the gods. Parakramam means your valor, your courage. When your viryam, they have said that also is courage. Viryam chahantu, when your might, your viryam, your might destroy those who wrested power from the gods, you show compassion even towards them. Those Vairishvapi, to the very enemies, you show compassion. Prakatita, you cannot show anything else but compassion towards everyone. That is what they say like it. Keno pama bhavatu tesya parakramasya. Kena upama. Upama means comparison. How I will compare your parakram, your valor, your courage. What is there to, how you can, upama, there is no comparison to your parakramam. Kena upama bhavatu tesya parakramite. Asya parakram. Your parakramam, how can there be a comparison? There is no comparison to what I will compare to. It is incomparable. Rupam cha shatru bhayakaryati hari kutra. Kutra means where. Where else is there beauty, saundaryam, which can kindle the bhaya, shatru bhayaka, which can actually, her beauty is ravishing beauty, but it is not giving peace of mind to the enemies. The fear, it is only kindling that fear in them. Where you can find that kind of a beauty, ravishing beauty, which can only kindle that fear into the enemies. Chitte kripa, this only compassion in the heart. Chitte kripa, samara nishturatha cha drushta. Samara means war. Nishturata, resolve to fight in the war. The toughness to fight. But what happened? Chittam is kripa. Heart is compassionate. But the resolve to fight in the battle is so much. Resolve to fight for the good. It is so much. Where you can see in this, Tvayeva Devi Varade Bhuvanatreyebi. Can you find something like that in the three worlds? Varade, they say like, she is so benevolent in blessing you. All the contrasting characters are there. Rupa, Chitte Kripa, Rupam, Ati Saumya Rupam. But still, it just brings in so much of fear in the enemies, in the heart of the enemies. Ati Saundarya Rupam can kindle that kind of fear in the heart of enemies. So contrasting. Chittam Kripa, her heart is always tender and compassionate, but to resolve to fight in a battle. Samari Nishturata, resolve in the battle, is so much to fight the enemies. Samare Nishturata cha drishta, Tvayeva Devi Varade Bhuvanatreyebi. And who is benevolent. Varade, who is always like, blessing you. Who is there like you in all the three worlds? Tvayeva Bharat, there is no one like you other than it. Tvayeva, there is no one like you other than you in all the three worlds. Resolve to battle as in how, like, the thing is the contrast in her character, how they have, like, slowly they are bringing it like that. Trailokyame thadagilam ripunashanena. Trailokyame thadagilam tribunashanena tradham Tvaya Samaramurdhani Devi Hatva. Samaramurdhani is the battle friend. Ripunashanena, you kill all the enemies, because destroying all the enemies in the battle friend, Trailokya Medatakilam Tradam, you saved all the three worlds by destroying all the enemies, slaying them in the battle friend. Samaramurdhani Devi Hatva, you destroyed them slayed them in the battle friend. Nitha Devam Ripugana Bayamapya Pastam. Nitha Devam Ripugana Bayamapya Pastam. asmakam unmata surari bhavam namaste. You let even those, because when someone is coming to kill you, you are not going to look happy and smiling, you will be looking frenzied. The frenzied faces of those asuras. So, Nita Dayam Divam, you brought everybody to heaven. Divam, heaven. Moksham, you gave moksham to everyone. Ripugana, Ripu means again the enemies. Ripugana, the host of those enemies, the throngs of those foes. You brought everybody you sent everybody to those frenzied enemies to the heaven. Bhayamapya pastam asmakam unmada surari bhavam namaste. Even while dispelling our fear for them. We were scared of them. You dispelled our fear by killing them, but you gave them the heaven also. You took them to heaven also. How contrasting it is. You killed them, you dispelled our fear for them by destroying them. Asmakam unmada surari bhavam namaste. So you had that that fear in us. You dispelled that fear that we had for those asuras. We had for those asuras. You dispelled our fear for them. While doing this, when did you do it? When you destroyed them. So but you took them all to heaven. Not only destroyed our fear, saved us, but you gave them also good redemption by taking them to heaven. So you never did anything bad for anybody. For us also you did good, for them also you did again good. This is what, the basic Shaktam principle is that. Shakti Swarupam encompasses everything, both good and bad. But the ultimate end, what both of them achieve in different ways, is the same. She takes them all into her. That is how her compassion is like. So first, slowly it is, when you see from 12th verse, first is evil doing, striking. Mahishasura striking is the first evil. And the anger in return, anger of Amban towards him, her wrath. That is in the battlefront, especially in the battlefront. And then we talk about how the divine grace blesses those who follow the dharmic way. And the last few verses only told us how she redeems the wicked. The redemption and the hope is there even for the wicked. This is this is what it is very complex to understand for us, how she can be like this on both aspects. But this is what it is. She is a fearsome warrior, intent of victory of good over evil. That is for sure is there. Victory of good over evil is her expression. That is her intent. But she is a loving mother to the person who follow the path of devotion and truth, dharma, and she is in the same way a warrior for those who are wicked. But what happens? The wicked also, she leads them to redemption. This is a beautiful way of explaining, the entire Devi Mahatmyam stands on this point. This has been, if you see, from the beginning, we have now completed 4 chapters now. Completing the 4th, not completed, we are completing the 4th, we are in the 4th chapter. The idea is repeated again and again. There is no completely there is always a hope that is given. However bad you are, you can be a Mahishasura, you can be a Madhukaitapa, you can be a Shimba, Nishumba, you can be a Chandamunda, but there is always a hope of redemption for you. And in the same way, of course, people in dharmic way getting is natural. But here they say like, because both good and bad are two sides of us. This we have to understand, because this is the crux of Shaktam, and this is what is again and again being reiterated in every chapter of Devi Mahatmyam. Every chapter of Devi Mahatmyam, they make it a point that good and evil emerge from her, and she is both good and she is evil. There is like blessings and grace for the good, but there is redemption and hope for the wicked, that evil. Nothing goes like, you cannot lose hope that one who is evil, they will always be like, there is a story in Mahabharata, like after the battle is over, Kurukshetra is over, and Panchapandavas were the last ones to leave because all the others got destroyed in the war itself. So when they when they were going through the last journey, they saw all the Duryodhanadis, they were all in the heaven, Yudhishthira was like blown away. He could not deal with it. So many times we are not able to understand the divine law or the nature's law, we call it. The cosmic law is so different from the law that we all follow. Cosmic law is universal. That is hence why it is called as cosmic. So in that it is clearly said, Krishna loves, and he says people who died in the war facing the enemy, a Kshatriya gets moksha. A Kshatriya, when he dies in the war, gets moksha. That is his karma. That is what is karma. The enemy may be good or bad, that is indifferent. But if he dies fighting the enemy, then he gets moksha. The cosmic law is so different. Cosmic law, you cannot compare. It doesn't leave anyone as only wicked or only good. Both good and bad are present in every aspect of this cosmos, this prapancham, every aspect of it. The duality is existing in every. That is why, they say that both actually emerge from there. Even when when the Samudra Bandhanam is done, first only the poison comes out. Amritam comes much later. So it's very easy to contract evil than the goodness. After a lot of trials and patient waiting, you get the good. So that is why it takes so many janmas for us to come to be good. Because it's very easy to contract evil and proceed our lives. The only thing where we have to be conscious about is, even when being evil and wicked-minded, when you see only those things are happening now in this world, and I only hope that this also get, like how Mahishasura is neutralized, and Durvritta Vritta Shamanam Tavadevi Sheelam is this is also brought in somewhere, we find some kind of an equilibrium in finding that these wrongdoings end fast. We have to be conscious about how we don't do any wrong to nature. We live by nature, we stand by nature, we have to nurture the nature. This is what us, otherwise all our lives, all our future is going to be doomed. We have to be, that is what Mahishas, we have to take only that from Mahisha's story, that that is what, all the genocide, terrorism, all these attacks are meant only for innocent, defenseless matter, whether it is people or lives, you call it as lives, whether people or plant, it is only towards innocent one, helpless one, defenseless ones. This is the face of Mahishasura. This is the human face of, we cannot, I don't know whether we can still call them as humans, because it is so ironical to call them humans. But this is the face of Mahishasura. This we have to pray to get rid of. Guru Purnima.